Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. Welcome to a surprise pop-up. I could not stay away. I absolutely had to come on. And last minute thing, I've got 1,000 things up in the air. I just realized, let me fix this. Okay, that should make it better. Hello, Edward. Hello, Kristen. Let me take a break. Take a breather. So, as always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Who has not seen the shit show at the White House? Who has not heard about it, seen it, whatever? Tell me you are a Russian spy and Russian asset without telling me you're a Russian spy, Russian asset. Okay, so let me put up my entertainment purposes only banner just in case, anyone is wondering. Yeah, this is entertainment purposes only. So, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump in the Oval Office sat down with Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelenskyy and then proceeded to turn into schoolyard bullies that attacked Zelenskyy relentlessly. Why he didn't just stand up and say, hey, you know what? I'm done. See ya. That minerals deal that you're interested in, yeah, I'd rather sell them to China than to you. It was the most disgusting thing I have seen in a long time. Trump was losing his shite all over the place. You have nothing to negotiate with. You're not da. Obama gave you sheets. I gave you javelins. Okay. Obama gave them something. The war started on your watch. Yeah. So if the rest of Europe wasn't exactly, he left the White House. Good. Thank you, Charlie. Good. Deal. You want the minerals that you need, that you said yesterday that you needed, and that, I was a good person. Trump doesn't know from 1 minute to the next what he's doing, what he's thinking. Yeah. Someone took up a can of soda. Yes, Christian. That's exactly what it felt like. I thought that, after he was Trump was going on yesterday about, we need those rare earth minerals, and yeah, we're going to do something, and blah 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 blah. And when he was called to task yesterday about, you still think that Zelenskyy is a dictator? Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Did I really say that? Yeah, sweetheart, it was on full display for everyone to see. And the nerve of J.D. Vance talking about, in coming up here and trying to litigate this, in front of the citizens of the U.S. Yeah, really? That's not why Zelenskyy came. So, for those folks that are in Europe, if they were not 100% behind Zelenskyy yesterday, they certainly are right now. They saw They saw firsthand what could happen to each and every one of them if, the orange Mussolini gets to have any say in this. And yes, yes, Charlie, it definitely does feel like that's what Trump was threatening, and going on about the how Zelenskyy is, he's having a difficult time getting conscripts and blah 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 blah. No, honey, that's Putin who has a hard time with that. He's the one that has to bring in troops from North Korea. He's the one that is currently using donkeys and mules as transport, not Zelenskyy. So, yeah, diplomacy at its finest. Yes, Allie, yeah. He is. This is so going to backfire on the Orange Menace. It's not going to be funny. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to stay calm, but if you know me, I'm a little spicy right now. I'm just a teeny little bit worked up over this shit show. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. So let me quickly try to say hello. Hello, book. Thank you for being here. Fallon, Charlie Z. Sage, Becky Stone, Allie, Heavenly Blessed Honey, Edward Kenneth, Elizabeth, Joe Eliza, Irene Oswald, Kirsten F., Witchy Gardens, Jenna. Who else do we have here? Becky Stone, Debbie Smith, Denise Fletcher Tarot, Imelda. I hope I haven't missed anyone. If I have, please don't ever think that it's personal. It's just, am I fired up? And Book says, I wonder if we can find an email address for President Zelenskyy. In my new resolve to do something with how I feel, I'd like to send apologies and support email, not mention Trump. But yeah. Zelenskyy did a good job. I think that he made his case, and he showed Trump and Vance up for what they are. Two bullies in a schoolyard, neither one of them who could hold a candle to Zelenskyy. And there they are, trying to tell him, you need to be more grateful. You need to be more thankful. Yes, and he has done that. How many times has Zelenskyy said thank you when he was in front of Congress, even when Congress held up, the funding that would help Zelenskyy win this war? They held it up for 6 months. So tell me, who's responsible for the additional deaths in Ukraine? Is it Zelenskyy, or is it the current administration? The world is going to ask, and you know that the legacy media down in the US is going to be portraying Zelenskyy as, he just sat there. I mean, he crossed his arms. Who else do we know that does this? Right? Okay. So they're going to blow this as, Zelenskyy came in, tried to push his weight around. No, he did not. No, he did not. He confronted two bullies and he stood up to them. And he basically said at one point, you know what? You're going to find out. You're going to find out. So, I don't know if this will be allowed to share Zelensky's contact. You know, I think that if you can just find an email for the Ukrainian government or whatever, I'm sure that it will get to him. So, yeah. Oh, and Trump is talking about Hunter now? Oh, yeah. Or you mean when he was talking about Hunter before? The whole thing live and is replaying it. MSNBC. Let them. Let some of the people see what Trump and Vance are like. Because that was despicable. Despicable. And Joe Eliza, there is a part of me that is a little, well, I'm not necessarily angry. I'm annoyed at what Trump is trying to do to Canada. The thing is that what he fails to understand, or what he fails to grasp, is that Canada has things the US wants and needs. Ukraine has things the US wants and needs. So, you don't want to attack someone before you say, "Oh, by the way, about those rare earth minerals, we'd really like to get our hands on some because, we need it." You don't do that. Talk about the art of the deal. Who is the better negotiator? Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. So, hey, how's everyone doing? He is. I think that if we can send a lot of light, a lot of love, a lot of protection to Zelensky, I'm not going to be able to rest easy. I know until I know that he is safe in Ukraine. So, yeah. Um, and yeah, Musk needs the rare earth minerals to feed, his gluttonous technology business. Yes, he does. And Trump made it very clear yesterday when he was talking about Zelensky and, oh yeah, we get along, and oh, I'm sure we're going to have a deal and it'll be fabulous, it'll be fantastic, and it'll be so good for the Ukraine because Russia wouldn't dare do anything to upset things because we'll have Americans working there. And so if you want to mine those rare earth minerals, you think that you sign the deal and tomorrow you're out there digging them up? Like, oh my God. In the words of Naughty Nana, you feckin' idiot. It doesn't happen like that. It takes time. And anyway, I think if I was Zelensky right now, I'd say, nope, not 1 ounce am I selling it to you for anything. Not 1 ounce. Yes, heavenly blessed, honey. Yeah. Yeah. Apple. No. So, you're going to put restrictions on and make Ukraine feel like what did Trump want? For Zelensky to get on his knees and say, "Oh, please, 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 Donald, save me, give me something." he doesn't, Trump really doesn't understand the way that Europe works and the way that most Europeans are. And the amount of pride that they take in their sovereignty and in their country. He has just ignited Ukraine to the point that I can see little old ladies saying, oh, give me a gun, I'm going to the front. But it's not diplomacy. It's not how things work. And he is trying so hard to impress his boss. It's not working. Yeah. And yes, Witchy Gardens. Trump has no idea who Zelenskyy is. Zelenskyy is more of a man in the tip of his little finger than Donald Trump could ever hope to be. There we go. Yeah. So the world is turning into the seven thieves. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, book. Definitely. Zelenskyy is putting country instead of, his own ambition, whatever. Zelenskyy has said that, okay, you know what? If there's going to be peace and the people of Ukraine want me to resign so that there is peace, I'm willing to resign. Absolutely. Just, yeah. So, okay. Okay. Not what I expected to be doing on my Friday off, but here we are. I knew that things are going to be hectic, and I knew that things could get volatile. I just did not expect what I witnessed. And I think a lot of the people that were in the room did not expect what they witnessed. I remember seeing at one point that the videographer, whoever was in the room, was just kind of panning across. And there was a woman that sat there that just, I mean, she did one of these. Like, I can't believe this. So, okay. Let me just toss a few cards and let me ask, did this solidify the parts of Europe that were willing to see how things are going to play out? Those that might have been sitting a little on the fence. Did this just did this just cement support for Ukraine? Yeah, Two of Cups. They are going to rally behind Zelenskyy, and it's not going to work out, and quickly. I think that by the end of the day, we're going to be hearing from several other world leaders who are going to call this display for what it was, which was, an homage to Putin. It's not going to work out very well. The world is seeing that this current administration is just illusion, delusion. They have no idea what they're doing. And Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. The world is reviewing what it is that Zelenskyy has done, how they have maybe held back a little on the support, and they're reviewing it. They're making decisions about it, and they're making those decisions quickly. Yes, the Chariot. Yeah. Um, yeah, this is not going to turn out well for this is not going to turn out well for Putin. It's not going to turn out well for Trump. It's not going to turn out well for anyone who thinks that that's if supporting Ukraine um, might be a bad idea. Yes, yeah. Zelenskyy definitely is the man. Was the stunt so Trump can sell Putin arms? Dorian, I think that if that is what Trump is thinking, and believe me, the thought ran across my mind. If Trump sells anything to Russia, if he lifts the sanctions or anything along those lines, honestly, I think it's just going to escalate the war. So Russia is in no position to they're not able to win this war on their own. I mean, they're using donkeys and mules, for God's sakes. They're bringing in people from North Korea to fight this war. Their economy is falling apart. I think most Russian people will rise up against it and say, no, 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 no. And yeah, it's Russia is on its last legs. They're doing whatever they can, but let's ask that. Let's ask that. Is Russia on his last legs? Yeah. And yes, Zelenskyy should have asked, if there is a World War III, which side are you on? Absolutely. Okay. Is Russia behind? Well, yeah. Is Russia behind this? Is Putin trying to gather support from the U.S.? Well, Two of Cups. Again, there's something is brewing. It is not going to turn out well. The Three of Swords. This is it's the war is not going the way that that Putin anticipated that it would. And yeah, he's like a wounded caged animal. He is just going to make a lot of noise and a lot of bluster, and no, it's not going to do. Again, the Eight of Wands, things changing quickly, information coming in quickly, news and so on coming in quickly. And how's it going to end? It's going to end in Russia's absolute and utter defeat. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, this, whose ever idea this was, yeah, should be fired. Yeah, this is not going to turn out well. Not in the least. So thank you to those of you that have just joined. Thank you for being here with me. And part of the reason that, excuse me, I did want to jump on is not only to share the information, but to pick up on some of that fantastic energy that you guys have. I could feel myself kind of not only getting a little angry, but just a tad more than spicy. And so I find when those things happen, if I um, if I gather with like-minded people, if I gather with my tribe, and you are all part of my tribe, you always lift me up. You always help me see things in a more positive way, in a more lighthearted way, so that I can that I can face things as they come up. So yes, I'm right there with you, Elizabeth. Absolutely. I think let me start off by saying that I ask all the benevolent powers, all the angels, all the guides that are here to help us get through this. I ask that they put a most benevolent shield of protection, love, and light around Zelenskyy, around his team, around the country of Ukraine, to help them get through this. They are fighting for the democracy of the world, not just the democracy of themselves. So fill them with courage, fill them with strength, with light and love, and most of all, protection. Let them feel our our protective arms surround them. Give them the strength to carry on. And so it is. Yes, book. Absolutely. And she was reporting with lots of excitement. Yes. Yes, I can just imagine I can just imagine Linda G would have something to say about this. And I'm sure that even her message would be one of, yep, hold tight, hold tight. We knew that things were going to get a little scary. We knew that things were going to get worse before they get better. We are just witnessing it, and we need to stay positive, stay in the light. Yes, Ukraine shall prevail. Absolutely. And it is the bad players, all the people who want to dim our light are they are identifying themselves. We know, we are, every day we learn more and more about the players that are in this game, and who we are going to have to I don't want to say get rid of, because that sounds, it sounds ominous, but how we are going to lessen their influence, lessen their power. Yeah. And yes, Jules Niner, they are absolutely helping make our light shine brighter. Because the more that we hear, the more people that come in that are called to action, the more that our shared vision for the world that we want to create is illuminated. And I just noticed, I think My headband is a little crooked. Imagine that. My halo's a little crooked today. Oy. So, um, yeah, these, and a lot of these folks, Mark, have been, they've been in the shadows. They've been hiding under rocks. They've been, very, very careful of where they step and so on. But we can identify them more and more. They they are finding the need to kind of step out of the shadows. Um, and that's when we identify them. That's when we know um, who the not so nice players are. Oh, okay, yeah, um, it feels like an anxious energy, but not um, it doesn't feel fearful. It feels more like a call to action. Like, where, yeah, people are stepping up. People are going to be more vocal about what they will and will not accept. Um, they're even those um, that have been a little more quiet or a little more subdued, who are saying, well, just let's wait and see, their patience is running thin. They are um, more and more are standing up, more and more are willing to be counted, more and more are saying, oh no, no, no. And yes, Jules Niner. Yeah, JD did look very handsome with his eyeliner. Absolutely. And I'm sure that he had, a little help with the foundation and, all that kind of good stuff. But, that's what you get, right? That's what you get when your appearance is so important to you that it is. Yeah. He may look pretty, but he is rotten on the inside. Rotten on the inside. So, and hello, Don. Thank you for joining me. I hope that we're going to get good news about your mom. So yeah, apparently, for those of you that don't know, Dawn is a neighbor of mine. She's just a little up the road from where I am, and yeah, her mom fell down today, um, and has a little fracture. So let's send out good vibes and yeah, and healing energy to Dawn's mom so that this fracture doesn't get worse and so on. Yeah. Yes, heavenly blessed angel. Yeah. Yep. Give them. It's the old saying, right? Yeah. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. They always do. They always do. They feel emboldened and they feel like, oh, well, I can do this. And so anyway. Yeah. Oh, she's in surgery right now. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Let's all send healing energy to Dawn's mom, and for the surgery to go well, to no complications. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, hello, Allie. Heart and soul connected. Yes, my dear. I had to come on and I did warn everyone that I was a little salty. I, yeah, a little peeved. Yes. Yeah. And and hello, Carolyn Booker. Hello, everyone who has joined me. And I think a lot of you are feeling exactly the same way. It's like I was watching it and thinking, am I seeing this? Is this real? This has got to be like a Saturday Night Live skit, or someone's pulling my leg, that, yeah, that the two bullies would pick on Zelenskyy. And oh my God. Yeah. And I thought that it was rather funny that, um, yeah, the Orange Menace says something about, this could have been over in 2 weeks. This could have been over in 2 weeks. And Zelenskyy said, well, I heard 3 days. I thought, ooh, good for you. Good for you. Hello, Lily Larson from Denmark. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And yeah. Yes, Linda Bishop. Yeah. Fired up. Yeah. Yeah. And in the zone said Park Rose Permaculture gave some statistics that it only takes 3.5% of the population to demonstrably topple an authoritarian government. Yeah. Yeah. And so there. I I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, because yeah, you have no idea how much you uplift my energy. And while I'm talking about that, okay, for those of you that are new to the channel, that have just kind of, walked in and whatnot, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to the channel. It just helps me get the message out in front of people who want to hear what I have to say. They just don't know where I am. They just don't know who I am. So yeah, when you do the subscribe, you help the algorithm and you help my message get out there. So that's the housekeeping end of things. And yeah, I was told not too long ago that sometimes I don't do that enough. that I don't say that enough. So I'm trying. So yes, yeah, Barbara said I can't watch him. Yeah, I know. And Carol Bernard, you know, I feel your embarrassment, believe me. And the one thing that I do want to share with a good portion of my American subscribers is the majority of the world recognizes that the current administration does not represent the majority of Americans. We know that. We know that, we are not going to paint you all with the same brush that we do, the mega and the current administration. We know that there is a big difference between the two. Just like we know that there's a difference between, some of the right-wing folks that are on the other side of the world and so on. You do not, they do not represent the majority of Americans, right? I know lots and lots of them, and they're absolutely fabulous people. And, for the majority of the world, that's the case. We want to be happy. We want to be healthy. We want to know that there is, we can provide a roof over our head and we can feed ourselves. And we want to be decent human beings who treat others with respect, with compassion, and so on. We know that. And that is what we are all working towards. So, yeah. And you're more than welcome, Carmack. Yeah, we know that. And believe me, this is only happening in the US. This is happening around the world. And it's something that had to happen in order for us to get out of that age of Pisces and fully into the age of Aquarius. where we can go forward and know that we are doing things that are going to be, yeah. Yes, Debbie Smith. Yeah, I voted for Kamala. I told everyone a vote for Trump is a vote for Russia. Yes, yes. So, we have to. This is not a time for us to kind of, get within our own individual shells and throw the blanket over our head and say, no, 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 I'm not coming out. More and more now is the time for us to gather. Now is the time for us to shine our light, to be that beacon, that that 1,000 points of light, so that we can identify um, those that are, kind of, hiding in the shadows and doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And Mark Brisbois says Libby called that Doug Ford cheated in the election. He may very well have. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm willing to wait and see what he does over the next month or two. Is he going to stand behind what he said, or is he going to change his tune? And if he changes his tune, I hope that he does so before we have that general election. Because a lot of people are watching. A lot of Canadians are watching, and they're paying attention. And the last thing that we want up here is a Trump 2.0. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. But you know what? If it means that we all gather, we all gather at the border and say, "Oh, hell to the no," then you know what? I'm prepared to do that. I don't advocate for violence. I don't believe in violence. But sometimes I think you need to stand up and be counted. And you need to be able to verbalize what your beliefs are, even when those around you might stand in judgment of you. That is what makes us enlightened beings, right? Is to be able to say, no, that may be the future that you're looking for. It's not the future that I want. So, yeah. And oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so you know what? This is new moon energy. We knew that things like this were going to happen, and it's funny. Even to me, when I think to myself, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Because everything is indicated that things are going to get worse before they get better. So maybe maybe I need to go back to the thinking that I had a few days ago, which was don't be shocked and surprised, be jubilant, because it means we're one step closer to achieving what we want. We're one step closer. And as I say that, I do feel a lot of my own energy shifting. Yeah. And yes, Deb Price. Yes. Yeah. There is a good deal of heaviness that is leaving. Yeah. And yes, Mark, new moon means to manifest a benevolent outcome. Yeah. we are one step closer to um, to achieving the world that we have been talking about for a very, very long time, right? Where everyone is accepted for who they are, where they are, right? The the color of your skin doesn't determine what kind of a person you are. What religion you follow doesn't determine whether you're a good person or a not so good person. Where you come from shouldn't limit your ability to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Those are all human constraints that we put on each other, and we shouldn't. And if anyone out there has the opportunity to see the movie Conclave, really, really, if you have an opportunity, watch it. Watch it, because I'm not going to tell you too much about the movie, but oh my God, just watch it. Doesn't matter if you're if you're Catholic or whatever. Do yourself a favor and watch it. And yes, Debbie Smith, if you have a good heart and a good soul, exactly. Yeah, me too. I'm in. I'm in. I saw a T-shirt recently that said, "Yeah, I have a good heart and a good soul, but this mouth." So, yeah. And Summer Virgo, yes, I believe that you can stream it. It is on, I think it's on Prime. Um, anyway, it is definitely worthwhile streaming. Yeah. Ah, yes, Chandel, wouldn't it be lovely? People didn't have to escape their country to find peace. Yes, absolutely. We should all be able to prosper and to be happy wherever we are kind of rooted, wherever we are. Um, that no child should ever, ever go to bed hungry or scared. Um, shouldn't they concentrate um, on running around and just being happy and playing, using their imagination? Kids are not born prejudiced. They are made prejudiced. But yeah, if you ever watch kids, they accept everyone where they are, how they are. They don't see differences until we kind of mirror those differences to them. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so you know what? I've been droning on for almost an hour. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys can keep in mind that to let our light shine, to imagine that better world that we want to be in, and recognize that what we are going through right now is kind of, yeah, um like the birthing pain that you think you cannot possibly tolerate anymore, but you do so because you know that once you have gone through all that turmoil, all that pain, all that, sometimes what feels like agony, that there is a beautiful blessing at the end of it. And it's really true that, you know what, once you've um, If giving birth was such a horrendous thing, no woman would ever go through that twice, and yet they do. And it's because no matter how bad it gets, there is this beautiful miracle at the end of it. Yeah. And I know, Kristen, it is, believe me, I have more than once, sometimes many times a day, I've had to ground myself. I've had to sit in meditation and to remind myself that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. There is something better at the end of it. So, and yes, Sharon, we are not alone. We have each other. Exactly. That's, can you imagine something um, something like this happening at a time um, when we weren't able to communicate with a community of like-minded people as quickly as we do now. Imagine even just, you know, 30, 40 years ago, that if we wanted to put something like this together, something like this gathering, it would have taken weeks to prepare. We would have uh, had to find creative ways to communicate with each other, to find each other, to send out letters. Remember when we used to send out letters if you wanted to communicate with someone, and you had to, write it out, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, wait until it got there, give them an opportunity to respond. Now uh, it's basically instantaneous. Imagine what it will be like when we are able to communicate with like-minded people simply by imagining and telepathically communicating with them. I need an energy boost. I need to have my tribe around me. So, I call in my tribe, and boom, they're there. Imagine what we're going to be able to accomplish. Imagine what we have already accomplished. The the love, the light, the unity, the things that we have shared with our like-minded souls very, very quickly. Yeah, exactly. Uh, so yes, uh, Debbie Smith, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being you. I know I will never be alone. Exactly. Exactly. We are never alone. We are we are only limited by um, by our perception of being alone. So um, yeah, to I very much echo what Debbie Smith said. I have You cannot imagine how much compassion and love I have for each and every one of you, and how much just just knowing that you are but a few clicks away. If I need a boost, if I need a hand, if I um yeah, if I get a little salty and I need people to kind of balance me out a little bit, boom, there you are. It's a matter of clicking a few buttons, and I get, you know, over 100 people that are here to support me. And I am here to support you. And you are here to support each other. That is a blessing beyond anything that we can imagine. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Teresa. We are here for each other. Do not ever, ever think that you are alone. And yeah, you can, each and every one of you, if you're feeling lost, you can reach out to me. Right? I'm feeling particularly needy today. Alrighty. Okay. I'm there for you. I'm there for you, just like I know you are there for me. So before I take up any more of your valuable time, I am a little calmer, absolutely, than I was. And Joanne, thank you for joining. Thank you for being a new member. Fabulous. Welcome, welcome. And oh, if any of you that are here are new members to my channel, please don't forget to send me an email at heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com so that I have your email address so that I can include you in some of the great things that we do for members, that we do with members. And it's absolutely phenomenal. You cannot believe the strength of the family that we are building. So, all right, I am going to make myself a nice cup of tea, and I'm going to concentrate on enjoying the rest of my day off. Today was my day off. Apparently not. So, but that's what we do when we need a little energy boost from our friends, right? We reach out and they are always there. And I'm always there. So, yes, let's not wish anything anything bad to happen to people like the Orange Menace. But I will say at the same time that should we hear news of his passing? Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And yes, sending out positive energy for Zelenskyy to be home safe, to be surrounded by the people that he needs to be surrounded by. And I sent out that light, love, and compassion to each and every one of you. You have no idea how much you all mean to me. So, all right, I will let you go. Have a fabulous rest of the day. I don't know what's going to happen other than, I may pop on later. I whatever. Let's just play it by ear. But thank you to each and every one of you. All right. Tarot Stash and Allie are on it in a couple minutes. Good. That gives me just enough time to go make that tea and pop in and see them. And will King Charles rescind his state visit invitation to Donald? I don't think he was ever going to go ahead with it anyway. So, it's just one of those things, right? That, yeah, appeal to his ego and make him think that he's special. And he is special. He's that kind of, special kind of special. Okay. All right, everyone. Take care. Know that I love each and every one of you. Bye for now.